Surely there's no way you can speedrun a game like Geometry Dash, right? It's a linear platformer after all. How can you speedrun a game where no matter how much time you go through masterpieces like this, you'll always end with that same time frame? Well, there is a few interesting methods, so let's get right into this. There are well-known ways to speedrun individual levels faster. Good examples are levels that are unique games entirely different from normal levels. Things like Moving Obstacles 2 by Sumsar and Master Game by Serpanj are pretty good examples of levels that you can potentially speedrun faster. The latter of which being an entire RPG that's kind of like the original Legend of Zelda. It's cool to see things like this can develop in Geometry Dash, and even cooler to see that there are actually some runners. There's even a level made for speedrunning called Speedrun by SP Kale. In this level, you can accelerate your player character. While you want to decelerate as little as possible to save time and get user coins, Kale created this thinking players would have to decelerate. Little did he know a default icon known as Noob Looking Pro would ruin his dreams, and that's right, make an unbeatable world record without decelerating. But how about normal levels? That's right, the other 99.9%. Well, the best example of skips used to beat a level quicker than normal is a demon known as Lust. In this level, there is 2 skips. There is one very easy skip at the end where you go through these structures to avoid a single speed portal. The harder version is where you have to double click this UFO through this structure and the speed portal. You can skip the slow speed portal this way and remain in high speed. You can also speedrun sets of levels. There is a challenge that's so difficult to optimally do that some consider it harder than beating Tartarus. This is the 10 Demon Speedrun. In this intimidating run, you have to beat the 10 shortest rated demons in Geometry Dash all in a row to get the hypothetical best world record. The issue comes with what these 10 demons are. Sure, you can probably get a world record by doing easier levels anyways, but that's not very fun. Let's dive deep into this. First, I'll mention the shortest demon, Lust by Frost. It is pretty easy apart from the necessary UFO skip you have to do for the optimal time. Then there is Lightwave, an inconsistent level consisting of many confusing duels. Quantum Wave is also a part of this speedrun and has much of the same problems that Lightwave has. There's also Speedcore, which, just look at it. I think it's speedrunning a 3 out of 10 rating in decoration. And there's some annoying memory gameplay. Just one of those products of early 2.0. On the other hand, Hyper Fantasy is one of my favorites. It has pretty nice 1.9 decoration and the gameplay isn't trash. Error is an amazing modern demon, and compared to what we've seen so far, it is absolutely dashing. Definitely a must-have. Party R Igang is a nostalgic 1.9 demon, which I would normally say is fun, but the skip right here also makes the level a bit of a chore. Honestly, don't things like this come pretty close to some of the skips speedrunners have found in other titles? It's pretty cool that the community finds things like this. Anyway, Star Chaser is a straight up solid level. No major critiques, it's just pretty pleasant overall. The easiest demon of this run is Five Nights Palapo, which is commonly the last demon most players run for how consistent most of the level is. That's 9 demons. So, how is this harder than our good buddy Tartar Sauce? Well, the 10th level is Kawareta, a top 20 extreme demon. Just beating Kawareta, Lightwave, and Quantum Wave all in a row multiple times would make this an extremely demanding speedrun, but when you factor in the 7 other levels, it gets crazy hard. Some may even say impossible to do optimally. Luckily, since TGI's video, Kawareta has been dethroned. It's a bit of a blessing as it's replaced by an easier level, but it's still an extreme demon, so not very cash money. Other ways to speedrun include the map pack and gauntlet speedruns, although I'm not a big fan of these as there isn't too much skill required. Really, you just need to have frame-perfect menu movements and a supercomputer to load in Generation Retro as fast as possible. That's mostly where we're at today, although I'm about to throw a cog into this machine. I am developing an extremely interesting level based around the speedrun concept, so I recommend you sub as soon I'm going to announce this challenge. That's all I got for today. Hope you enjoyed and see ya!